If you guys are interested in or want to learn more about investing over in Bali, I'm actually part of a development called Temple Heights in Bali. I'm very excited about this project, and we have been selling out units relatively fast and things are looking very good. So I wanted me and my team to make a little update to the Temple Heights villas, and you guys can take a look and see if it's something of interest to you. And with that, before we jump into it, please do smash that subscribe button and leave us a little comment down there with any questions you might have about Bali real estate, about relocating to Bali, maybe relocating to Dubai or Dubai property, or anything really in that realm. I would love to hear from you guys, and I'm going to hand you over to my partner Garvan, and he's going to run you through everything.
Overview about Bali, and this is, I guess, where some people don't know how to enter the market and frame it in the correct way, is you have to think of it as a different asset to a typical real estate investment. So, for example, if you're looking at or have invested in the likes of London or Paris, Madrid, any of the typical primary cities, or even Dubai, for example, it's a different model. And what I mean by that is, with Bali, ultimately the land, Indonesian for the most part, Balinese in fact, and there is that spiritual connection to the land. So therefore, one must approach this as a different form of asset. And really what you want to think about is what your game plan with the unit is. So entering, understanding, do you want to have this for end usage, or do you want to have it for pure ROI? Or are you looking for a hybrid? So, for example, we have some clients who are looking for a mix of end usage and pure ROI. Now, that could be combined throughout the calendar year, meaning they want to use it for 2 months, they want to rent it for 10 months. For others, it's a case of, you know what, I want to purely churn it for like next 4 years with really good rental income. And then I'm thinking about living there for 2-3 years, and then I want to rent it again, or I want to sell it. That's another way of looking at things, because of the fact that we have a 25-year lease term on the unit, which comes embedded, baked into the price. And then there's an automatic 25 years on top of that. So what you're looking at is basically 50 years in total, 25 years in terms of phase one, an automatic phase two with an additional 25 years, and a locked in pricing on the renewal, meaning that there is a governmentally agreed pricing that cannot be usurped by the landlord. The landlord can't turn around tomorrow and say, you know what, it's $1 million to renew it for the next 25 years. No, that cannot happen. Therefore, you're in a protected place when it comes to renewing for the 25 years. Think of it as like a 50-year asset in essence. Now, what I would usually suggest for one that wants to get in and get out, or you want to have like a rolling investment in Bali, is hold it for example 5-6 years, generate your ROI, generate a nice profit from it, and then look to flip it maybe at year 10. By that stage, you'll have two things. One, it will have paid for itself easily after like 3.5 years, for example. Then you're looking at, like, say, 6.5 years of pure return on investment, plus you have the 10-year capital appreciation on the unit, because Canggu, as we all know, let's have a quick glance at it here, is becoming more and more occupied as the months go by. So Temple Heights is in a very specific location for a very specific reason, insofar as we are very close to Nirvana, and all of the lifestyle gyms. You're like a 4 to 5 minute moto ride from there, scooter ride, just popped away there for a second. And what you don't have is that heavy, burdensome, intense traffic that you have in other parts of Canggu. So we picked the location for a very specific reason. As you enter the location, it has beautiful temples on both sides. It's like flanked on both sides of the entranceway by 2 temples, which is amazing. One is brand new, the other is historic, but it's in very good condition. And then, yeah, you're surrounded by restaurants, bars, shops, hotels, Airbnbs, all of that sort of stuff, but you don't have that intense density that one has in the core of Canggu. So that's a little bit of a benefit to it. Now, when we jump in, let's have a look at the offer. So what we now have in terms of remaining units can still be customized. However, I would strongly suggest that you go for the 2-bed. Now, what I mean by customization is you can have it as a 1-bed, or you can have it as a 2-bed. You can see more on this in the full brochure. This is just like a little mini snippet. So if you're interested in the full brochure, pop me a message and I'll get it over to you. However, jumping into the 2-bed, why is that good? Because we are looking for ROI. We're looking for Airbnb tenants. We're looking for a premium mid-term client. Now, what I mean by mid-term is we're not looking for people who are coming in to trash the place, looking to rent for 4 nights, have a party, you know, drink a load in the house, and then exit. Nor are we looking for someone who's wants to take it for 12 months and turn it into their own home, because as we all know, getting someone out after 12 months in any jurisdiction worldwide, when they put their own twist on it, they want to hang paintings, they want to do this and that, they want to paint it. No, we don't want that. What we want is a nice midterm client. For example, a pair of guys or a pair of girls, for example, that are maybe planning to go to Bali for 2-3 months. They want to work out in Nirvana every day. They want to use that as their co-working space. They want to make that their social space, and they want to take their Instagram photos in the house. They want to keep it good. They want to enjoy it, keep it tidy, but they are not in, number one, for one night party, nor are they there for 12 months to settle in and think it is their own house. So hopefully that makes sense. 2-bedroom is exactly what I would recommend in terms of the customization. If you do want to keep it as a 1-bed, the cost reduces by 5,000 USD. In addition to this, the 140 is a customized payment plan for every individual. We accept all currencies, all this sort of stuff. We work around it with each client to make sure that they're happy. So here's the floor plan of the 2 floors. Really good layout, as you can see. And this is the remaining units. So an interesting point is these units here where my cursor is are 2 beautiful brand new villas that I believe are constructed by a Swiss gentleman who's obviously done very well for himself. One is for himself, the other is for his friends and family when they come to visit. So it's absolutely beautiful on the right hand side. If you're facing downwards, left hand side is already constructed and it's in good condition. The likelihood is that this gap here where our branding is, we will extend Temple Heights because we've so much demand, in fact. So that's basically how the flow goes. You can see an example payment plan here. We customize this slightly for each individual. And yeah, that's basically the overview. So let me know if that makes sense. If you have any more questions, feel free to drop me a line. In terms of Bali, there's no doubt about it. It's on the up and up. Everything going on recently in terms of global uncertainty, I think furthermore compounds the fact that the West is evacuating, shall we say. I think there's a lot of people leaving the typical, primary, quote unquote, primary countries and cities, and therefore realizing that one can live in a different jurisdiction and can generate their income in many different ways, and therefore they don't have to be beholden to living in London, New York, Amsterdam, Paris, in the center core CBD. They can do another or live another form of lifestyle. So let me know if that makes sense. Furthermore, pure ROI, a great investment.
Now, with all of that said, guys, if you do want to learn more, all of the links will be down there in the description. Remember to smash that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with everything that's going on in Bali and other regions that I'm personally investing into. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.